Welcome to the review. My name is Morgan Clark, and today we're going to talk about Rafael Esquith's book, No Shortcuts. We're also going to interview a teacher who's read and uses the book in her everyday career. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi. So have you won any awards for your teaching in your class?
Yes, I've won a couple, and it's just for using Mr. Esquith's book to enhance the teaching in my class.
And how would you rate this book?
How would I rate this book? I would rate this book as a 10 in a scale from 1 to 10, definitely, because it has really helped my students and myself to better ourselves.
Wow, must be a great book. Would you suggest this book to other educators?
Yes, and I have. My fellow teachers in my class and in my school, they're all reading this book at this time.
I will have to read this book.
Yeah.
Why is the name of this book No Shortcuts?
Well, in life, so many people try to take shortcuts to get to their end goals, but they always end up failing. And he brings to the point that, especially in teaching, that there is no shortcuts. There is no way of shortening education.
What was his mission in this book?
His mission was to get other teachers to realize how important education is and how it's actually declined, that students don't take it as seriously as they should, and it's our responsibility to realize our mission as a teacher and help the students to get excited about learning again.
Wow. What was this most important thing or statement you gained from his book?
The most important thing to me was to not give up. There were so many students that he had a chance to meet that were lost causes to most schools and most teachers, but he didn't give up on them. So I think not giving up, having no shortcuts, just kind of flows together, don't you?
Yes. What are some examples of how you use this message in your book?
Well, I use this message that's in the book in my class every day. I have it posted just like he said in the book above my chalkboard, and I remind the kids that no matter how hard something is, that you've got to start by learning. You've got to start baby steps, because you can't give up. You got to keep trying. There's no shortcut to learning.
That's a great way to put it. Do you personally believe there are no shortcuts in life?
Yes. I really wish there were, because it would be a lot easier, but I've come to realize that there are no shortcuts, and if I begin to shortcut my teaching, they're going to realize it, and they're not going to think that they're worth the teacher's hard work, and I think that they are.
Right. What was your favorite part in No Shortcuts?
My favorite part probably was when there was this young student. He was real quiet and real withdrawn, but instead of giving up on him, he really fought for him. I ended up crying during this part too. But and in the long run, he did not see the outcome of what he did as a teacher for this kid until this young boy was grown up, and that was just amazing to me. Because as a teacher, every teacher wants to know that they're doing a good job and that they are having an impact in their kid's life. So
I'll have to read that book. Was there any part of this book that surprised you?
Well, I was really surprised by, in Chapter 3, it talked about a librarian who refused to give this teacher the books that he desired.
Oh my goodness.
It really surprised me, because you would think that a librarian would want to, of course, give him any books that he needs, but she was saying that they were reading too much.
Right.
So that really surprised me, honestly.
That is surprising. You can never read too much.
No.
What was a message that you would like to send out to future educators?
I would say if you're going to be a teacher, if you plan on being a teacher, read this book for one. Make sure that you realize that being a teacher is one of the most important jobs in this world. I would think even more important than the President of the United States, because who educated the President? Who put the President where he needed to be and gave him the education that he needed? That was a teacher. It all begins with a teacher. It's in our hands to educate children to the best of our abilities.
Well, thank you, Sarah. I really enjoyed that book review. Thank y'all for tuning in to the review, where we reviewed the book No Shortcuts by Rafael Esquith.